In just 7 days from now, the Premier League season will kick off right here at Old Trafford against Brighton.
But first, it is one final pre-season friendly against Rayo Vallecano, and we are so excited for it because this is Erik ten Hag's first game in charge at the Theatre of Dreams.
And what a walk it will be for those players in front of a nearly full house at this famous old ground. It'll be a great day for the Rayo Vallecano players as well. And as we make our way into typical Mancunian conditions, look at that, glorious sunshine. We're not used to that.
We aren't used to it. And one thing that we're really looking forward to as well is that there could be some first looks at new players, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, that could be walking out in front of this Old Trafford crowd for the very first time.
Now Fred, the little clip. Oh, fantastic. Marcus Rashford too. Rashford with the strike. Where's that going? Back at the net. Martial surely 1-0. Shaw the ball in and Sancho scores.
This club has a great history, and now, let's make a future.
We've been to Bangkok, we've been to Melbourne, we've been over to Perth and even to Oslo, but it's back to Manchester here this afternoon. The final pre-season game of this upcoming 22-23 season. Just 7 sleeps to go until United are back at Old Trafford for that first Premier League game against Brighton. Before that though, the small matter of our Spanish opponents. It was a team from Madrid yesterday for Manchester United, and it's the same again today. We welcome to Old Trafford for this final pre-season game, Rayo Vallecano. And welcome along to the Theatre of Dreams, looking resplendent and beautiful as ever. And I've got 3 beautiful people alongside me. They've enjoyed their summer break. Some of us have been on tour, some of us haven't. Some of us have been overseas and on their holidays. Quinton Fortune, Wes Brown and Zara Connolly. How are you enjoying being back at Old Trafford?
Brilliant. Obviously, as you mentioned, now it's been a good pre-season. Been very positive. The results, obviously yesterday was a tough game, but that's what you want for pre-season. Most important, not many injuries, and we prepare for next week.
Zara, you were in and amongst it on tour. How did you go?
It was incredible. I mean, an incredible trip to be part of. I mean, got to see some familiar faces, bumped into Wes in Bangkok as well. So, I mean, that always makes you feel a little bit more at home. How did you enjoy it?
It was very good. I mean, the fans were crazy. I mean, it is like that when you go to that side of the world. But I think more importantly, we look really good. You know, we look like we're training hard, the lads are fit. And, you know, coming into this last game now, I'm pretty sure, you know, they'll be ready for next week for the start of the season.
Definitely. I mean, especially now with this means a lot, doesn't it, Quinny?
This is just compared to last season, as Wes mentioned there, the team, they look together. They're fighting, they're competing, they're running. Yesterday was a good test, and that's what you want for pre-season. And now it's all about next week.
Well, we know what that noise means. That means the players have run out here for their warm-ups. And Wes, this will be the first time that some of the new signings will have experienced Old Trafford in a United shirt, and that must be special for them.
Yeah, it will do. I'm pretty sure the crowd are excited for it as well. Obviously, first home game of the season. The fans haven't really got to see the players, the new players yet. So it'll be great for them now to see, especially the new signings.
And a new manager as well. He's never managed Manchester United at Old Trafford. A new experience for him. I imagine he'll be taking it in as well, Quinny.
We'll be looking forward to it. Obviously get a great reception from the fans, the atmosphere, but it's all about, as you mentioned, preparing the team for next week. This is another good test for the players who didn't play yesterday. It's also good because it shows you how big our squad is compared to last season. So looking forward to new signings, good performance today, and prepare for next week.
Yeah, I mean, spoke to you before we went on air, Quinny, and you've liked what you've seen so far from the new man.
Oh my goodness. Just so much positivity coming from the camp, and Wes, you've seen the players over there. And Sarah, you guys have seen it up front. It's just good to hear some positive stuff from the team. First of all, they're playing for each other. There's a team spirit. You can see the training sessions from what comes out from MUT with the media side, you can see the lads are enjoying training. So that's so important, because what you do in training, you transfer onto the game. So looking forward to today.
I think as well as that, I mean, you always want to impress, you know, week in, week out throughout the season, but this is the last chance for some players to really impress with the new manager and show them what they're all about before the season kicks off.
Yeah, 100%. And listen, they'll still have last season in their minds as well. They want to prove to everyone, themselves, the fans, you know, that they're better than that. You know, a few of the lads have said it while they've been on tour. But I think the manager, he's got them going, you know, he's got them training hard, they want to run, you know, they want to press. But you can see, like Quinny said, a togetherness there, and I think that's probably what we've not seen for a good while. We had some fantastic games on tour. This will be the last one, as long as there's no injuries now. I think we can, you know, we can all say it's been a great sort of pre-season, and we can go into that first game now very positive.
Yeah, we've had all different sorts of tests as well, haven't we, Quinny? We've played Premier League teams like Liverpool, Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. We played Atletico Madrid in a different type of test today, again, against another Spanish side.
Exactly, and it will be not the same with Atletico Madrid. Vallecano like to play. Obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing Bebe, but Vallecano is a little bit of a good test, because these Spanish teams love to keep possession. So it will be a patient game. But from the way the team's been looking, I'm so excited. These young players will play today. Hopefully, James Gardner, Chongi will play, Hannibal. So there's so many good young players to look forward to today, and hopefully they do well.
We always talk about fitness in pre-season, Wes, but it's nice to win as well, isn't it?
Very good to win. I mean, a few of the games there, you're excited. As a fan, you get excited. And listen, when you're a player, it's more important to be fit, be ready, do the right work, not do too much, not get injured. But winning, that's part of it. You want to go into the season, winning your games, and you can start off with confidence.
OK, well, let's find out exactly who will be playing today for Manchester United. Stuart Gardner's got your team news.
Well, as promised by Erik ten Hag, it's going to be a completely different Manchester United 11 that takes the field at Old Trafford this afternoon. And first starts for Manchester United for Christian Eriksen and also Lisandro Martinez, a debut for him. He went to the game in Oslo but wasn't involved, but we're going to see him from the start. So, and of course, as has been well trailed, Cristiano Ronaldo plays his first minutes of pre-season as well. This is the lineup then. In goal, this is the back four. Opportunity for Ethan Laird at right back. Rafa Varane plays, and where's the captain's armband for the first time for Manchester United, alongside Lisandro Martinez. Alex Telles slotting in at left back. Centre of midfield, Donny van der Beek and James Garner, who gets an opportunity after very few pre-season minutes. The three ahead of them, Tahith Chong on the right, Christian Eriksen at number 10, if you like, with Garnacho, who again hasn't played in pre-season, to the left. And up front, another man who hasn't played in pre-season, Cristiano Ronaldo. It'll be interesting to see how long those guys get, as they are so short of match practice. I won't tell you all of the substitutes, but it's a pretty young bench, although they have got Eric Bailly on it, Ahmad's on it as well, but also the likes of Wellens and McNeil and Isaac Hansen and Savage and Iqbal, who we've seen before. And it'd be great if some of those lads got an opportunity in front of a really big crowd on this nice afternoon at Old Trafford. As for our opponents, Vallecano, the one name that jumps from the page, Radamel Falcao, who was part of their squad. Sadly, Bebe, who of course used to play for us, not involved in their travelling squad. Be good to see Falcao at some point this afternoon. But it's Manchester United that we're of course interested in. Ben, what about that lineup?
Yeah, and we knew it was going to be pretty much all changed, but interesting to see that Christian Eriksen, after his cameo 20 minutes yesterday, and in which he put in the ball of the game for me, it was sensational, just showing you a glimpse of the player that we've bought. He's starting today, which again indicates that maybe he will be pushing for a start next week. I think that's what Erik ten Hag seems to be looking at.
And youngsters getting an opportunity as well. Garner in midfield, Garnacho, Tahith Chong on the big stage at Old Trafford. Great opportunity for them to put their cases to the manager.
Yeah, huge opportunity. I mean, the one thing that the manager wants to take away from this weekend in Oslo yesterday and here today is his mind fully made up on, barring injuries of course, on what he's going to do next Sunday. And obviously these two games now are his last opportunity to do that. So let's hope that everybody comes through unscathed. Yes, it's a great opportunity for Alejandro Garnacho and other members of the FA Youth Cup winning side from last season that are in the squad today as as well. And James Garner, who was unfortunately, not ready to start some of the pre-season games over in Australia and Thailand, but he's ready now, and I think he could have a big part to play.
And Cristiano Ronaldo, 12 goals in his 9 appearances against Vallecano for Real Madrid. If he plays, he tends to score. You wouldn't back against him, would you?
No, I wouldn't back against him. Obviously, he's short of match practice, but the nick that he keeps himself in is quite incredible. So he'll be backing himself to get himself on the score sheet this afternoon, I'm sure.
Looking forward to it. 4 o'clock start at Old Trafford, United against Vallecano.
Thank you very much, Stuart and Ben, for that Manchester United team news here for this game at Old Trafford. Final pre-season match, and the first time in pre-season we're going to get Cristiano Ronaldo some minutes. Important, Wes, isn't it, before the new campaign starts?
Yeah, very important. I'm pretty sure he would have been doing training at home, but he needs time on the pitch now. Get a run out, and then hopefully, he might not be ready straight away for the first game of the season, but we know what he's like. He'll be ready when needed.
Yeah,
he looked like he's putting on a bit of body fat, Ronaldo, when he took his shirt off the other day.
He can take some of mine off me if he wants.
He needs to get in better shape, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it, where you always get in the summer a few rumours here and there about different things, but he's here and he's playing, and the fans will get a chance to watch him. And it doesn't matter whether it's pre-season or not, Quinny. You get a chance to watch some of the best players ever. You're going to take that opportunity, aren't you?
You get to watch one of the greatest players in the history of the game, ever. So, one thing about Ronaldo, he's a winner. Wherever the guy, when he plays today, he wants to win. It's not about, he'll come out here, he wants to win every single game. He's just an out-and-out winner. But the other thing is, young players, you saw Jimmy Garner play today, Ethan Led, Chongi, so I'm excited to see these young players. Garnacho, so they got a great opportunity to show the manager, if they want to be part of the team, go and play well today.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing the fans now in the crowd. It's incredible, the atmosphere that it's going to be today, because last pre-season fixture, there's 10,000 tickets that the Manchester United Foundation have given away today to the families of the area, which is unbelievable. And they're going to see Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez. I mean, they get the first look at the new signings.
They do, all the new signings. I mean, I can't wait to watch them as well. So yeah, it's a great turnout. It's good that the foundation do that as well. The local kids can come in and watch a game. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty full anyway. Yeah. Everyone wants to see Cristiano play. So yeah, first game of the season, like we said, at home. The last one of pre-season tour, and hopefully the lads just put in the same sort of shift that we've been seeing. And ultimately, there's people that have not played yet, and we just need to give them a good few minutes.
And I've got to ask Quinton, let's talk about Eriksen and Martinez there. Do you think that they have something to prove to the fans here? Because the fans will always give them everything. Yeah. But the fans want something back too, don't they?
Of course, but that's part and parcel of the game, especially for Manchester United. The fans want to see you give 100%. We know they're talented players. Eriksen, I saw he does a little bit yesterday. You can see Ronaldo, the striker's going to thrive of him because he's got that pass. Martinez seen a little bit of him, but from what I've heard, he's aggressive, which we love. We love a bit of aggressive play, but he can play. And the manager knows he's got history from Ajax, so excited to see these players today.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just think as well, when you've got new faces coming in, and you played here for a long time, Wes, how long does it take to build those partnerships and connections? Because Eriksen and Lisandro, they've not been in the building long, so they'll need to get that cohesion, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, it does. It takes a while, but ultimately they will come in and produce straight away. Eriksen will want to get on the ball. You'll see him trying to thread passes. He'll try and create space in places. And like you said, Martinez, I want to see him. Is he going to... when I've watched him before, he's always touch tight. He's not really giving the striker, the forward, any sort of time. So it's going to be interesting, and they're what will show the fans how good they are as well.
Yeah, talking of the fans, Zara's going to nip off in a second and go and speak to some of the supporters around Old Trafford. She also went on tour, and let's have a little look at exactly what did go down in Thailand and Australia.
To work, we're not here to go and sightsee and see all of Thailand. It's time to work, and it's really time to focus.
Great to see all the lads again, the staff, obviously the new manager and his coaches as well. It's been a really exciting week, a real tough week, but I'm looking forward to see what the future brings.
players are ready for it. We had some good training sessions, but of course, still has to be a lot to develop.
Well, 6 games across 19 days in 4 countries, and it all begins in the heat and the humidity of Bangkok. Falls for Bruno Fernandes, chips it just above Martial, and then 1-0 United. Sancho pulls the trigger. A little step over for Eric, and he's still going, Eric. He wants to be played in here by Pellistri. Instead it's Ahmad, Pellistri! What a goal that is! Pellistri makes it 4, and that's the last action of United's first pre-season friendly, which could have gone much better. Manchester United 4, Liverpool 0.
What impressed you the most today?
I know we have good players.
Yeah.
Now we have to construct the team.
Yeah.
Now we started first game now, so I'm happy with the first.
That's it from here pitch side as United beat Liverpool 4-0 to win the Bangkok Century Cup. It's been a terrific evening. Next stop for us is Australia and Melbourne.
How are you feeling in Melbourne?
Good, bro.
I'm good?
Yeah.
Okay, good talk.
Oh.
Hey, beautiful. Glorious does the MCG look under the floodlights in Melbourne. Looks absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to seeing what this Manchester United side can do in their second pre-season tour game after a rip-roaring victory against Liverpool just a few days ago. Retrieves it well, gets the shot into. Where's that going? Oh, Scott McTominay with a deflected effort. It's Delo down the right-hand side, is going to dig the cross out, turn towards Anthony Martial, and they have taken advantage of the momentum. Mazy run forward, finds Marcus Rashford too. Rashford with the strike, where's that going? Back of the net, of course. There is the full-time whistle. Manchester United coming from 1-0 down to reach a 4-1 victory.
I think the team react really good, and especially over the right side, and we get our reward with when we turn around.
The best thing about tour, meeting the fans, seeing them smile, the fan base this club has got is incredible. I've been with Ethan all day, he's boring me now though, so yeah, I'm happy to get rid of him.
I've heard you called the Smiling Dutchman.
Yeah, I've always been like this, so I'm always smiling, and yeah, that's just me.
Game 3 of Tour 2022, a second in 4 days at the MCG. Delo. Martial surely, 1-0. Sancho through on goal. Sancho, what a finish. 3 games, 3 wins in pre-season for Manchester United.
That's it from us here at the MCG. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you in Perth. Welcome. We've moved from one famous sports venue to another, from the Melbourne Cricket Ground to the Wacker here in Perth.
Well, it's the final game of the long haul part of United's pre-season. Can they return home with another positive result before they return to Europe? It's Bruno Fernandes. Rashford is waiting. Rashford against Cash again. Shaw on the overlap. Shaw with the ball in, and Sancho scores. Sancho makes the run. Rashford waits in the centre. Here's Marcus Rashford, and it ricochets in off Cash. It's finished at the Optus Stadium in Perth. Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 2.
How was the tour for you, Anthony? Did you like it?
It was very good, but didn't give me one assist.
You're right. You know why? I'm putting everything on the league. First game of the season.
I like that.
Okay. So guys, this is our airplane. This is our people. This is our club. Thank you very much for all the support. See you soon.
So guys, we are now in the mega store and it is so busy here. There is plenty of Reds. They're trying to get the new home shirt, the new away shirt, all before the game. Start repping them, because we've got to rep the Red Devils, haven't we? Now, we can see behind us, there's a lot of people getting shirts, so I might just get into the middle of this and see. I mean, excuse me, we're with MUT, we've got to ask. I know I've shocked you there, mate, didn't I? What shirt are you looking for today? What player?
Well, he wants Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now, are you excited that Ronaldo might play today?
Yes.
Now, I reckon you'd rock this shirt. Do you think you'd rock it better than Ronaldo?
Yeah.
You would. Now, I hope you enjoy it, mate. Well, thank you very much. Now, there's plenty of shirts here, like I said. As well as that, I do see that there's a Russo shirt, because we've got to make sure that we represent the girls too, because they are in the Euros final. So from all of us here, we're wishing you all the luck, because we are so happy and excited for Mary Earps, Alessia Russo, Ella Toon. They're really inspiring us here, and we can't wait to see what you do later on. So come on, girls. Now, let's go and see what's going on here. We've got more Reds. You okay? How is it going?
Good, yeah, we're here from the U.S.
Amazing. Where in the US?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, is this the whole group of you that's here? You know what? Come here.
Yeah.
Come and get in the mix of things. Now, tell us your names.
I'm Michael.
I'm Ben.
Carson.
Well, thank you for joining us. Now, I want to know, we're against Rayo Vallecano today.
Yeah.
Last pre-season game before the season starts. How are we going to do?
I think we're going to do well with Ronaldo, for sure. Yeah.
I think we're going to get the win.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a good match.
Should be good. Now, quick score predictions.
3-0.
4-0.
2-1.
Well, cannot wait. Well, thank you very much. I'll let you get on with your day. So, yeah, so that is here. Very busy, as you can see. If you look this way, this is insanely busy. So I'm gonna have to dodge the pram and get out of the way. So back to you guys.
Yeah, Zara hanging out in the mega store there, speaking to some United supporters, and I can tell you this place has just absolutely exploded because the players have run out onto the pitch. I suppose it doesn't matter how many years you guys have been retired, but you must miss that.
I wish. I think you do. We try to get on the pitch.
We put our foot on the pitch now. We're getting chucked out. But yeah, you do miss that. The crowd went absolutely as loud as I've heard it for a while. And obviously Cristiano's here as well. He's the closest player to us actually. So yeah, the fans they're loving it.
I mean, that's a special feeling for any player, no matter how long you play for the club. But as we mentioned before, Lisandro Martinez, Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen would have ran out here as an opposition player, but to do that wearing the red shirt or the training kit is a different feeling, isn't it?
I'm sure in his imagination through his career, he must have thoughts run through his mind, would I ever play the opportunity to play for Manchester United? This is the best club in the world. To play for Manchester United, theatre of dreams, at Old Trafford, you couldn't ask for more. From what he's been through, he's a special player. We're lucky to have him. And I'm so excited to see what he's going to produce today, because we've seen in the past what he's capable of doing. He's a wonderful player, and Martinez is also, we look forward to seeing today.
When you come in as a defender, Wes, what are the first things you're looking to do when you come into a new club? Are there any sort of benchmarks that you set yourself where you think, right, I just need to do this today and I'll be all right?
Do you know what? Keep it simple. Be solid. Do everything you're supposed to do when your headers, tackle, right position. You know, you just don't want to give the ball away. Let them get a goal. Nothing silly like I just said, and play, enjoy it. You know, show the fans a little bit what you're about, but also it's his first game. You know, I'm sure he won't play the full 90 minutes, but you just want to show the fans what you're about and that you're ready for the season, really.
we don't like to compare the boss with too many other managers because there's no one quite like Sir Alex Ferguson. But I always seem to remember when he spoke to you guys, he almost made sure that you're playing your best football when you're enjoying it, Quinny.
Yeah.
I think that that's an important factor to take forward for any manager.
But that was the best. Wes will say that's what the boss used to say. Just before you went out the change room, go and enjoy it. You've done all the hard work. You've prepared well. You've trained hard. Competed with your teammates, and now you're going to express yourself. Of course, you know you have got your defensive duties, you've got attacking duties, but go and enjoy because this doesn't happen every day. So you got to enjoy while you have it and give everything.
Yeah, I think as well, when you've got a new manager in play, like Erik ten Hag, there are always going to be question marks about how things are going to go with the style of play and things.
I can only hear him talking, I can't hear him through the headphones.
Doing it here in front of 75,000 though.
Say, speak again, Steve.
Yeah, it is, and like you said, the new players are playing as well, but they would have sort of seen what the manager wants.
It's just really fake.
They would have watched the games, you know, when we was on tour, and they would have sort of, they're getting a picture, you know, they're getting a picture of how the team are sort of, how we're playing and what the manager wants, so they will understand a little bit, but I think the main thing for them is just to get the feet on the floor, you know, nice crowd at Old Trafford today, take it all in, the atmosphere, and play football. And like Quinny said, you got to enjoy it, and I'm sure they'll be doing that today. You know, experienced players there.
Yeah, I played with Benny, the national team, of course. Played against him when he was at Porto. Fantastic player. Amazing to have him here because all his experience as striker, I think he'd be working with the strikers. You couldn't ask for a better guy because the guy has won the Champions League, he's won everything in Portugal, speaks a couple of languages. It's a great addition to the coaching staff. Obviously he's a Blackburn, just a wonderful player. Like I said, he's almost experienced, so the guys that we're working with him are very fortunate because Benny's got wealth of experience. He's like I said, he's won the Champions League, so and he'll be working with the strikers. Who are better to ask for than Benny, so great for him.
Yeah, I mean, talking about working with players, I'm sure some of the young players will be learning a lot as well. Half of the coaching staff, half of the likes of Benny, Steve Mccarthy, who's been around for a long time, Erik ten Hag too, and it is the young players that have impressed as well. Talking about the two young players, Savage and Iqbal, those players have been ones on tour in particular that have really stood out.
Yeah, they've excelled. You know, you can see, I think the main thing when you're a young lad is, you know, sometimes you can have a game here and there, but I think the manager's brought them in. You know, he said, right, listen, you're in the squad, show me what you can do. You know, you're not going to be in for you're not going to be just in for one game, you're actually in the squad, and, you know, if you perform, you know, you might get some game time, and I think that's what he's done. So it's great confidence for them, and you know, hopefully when they do get game time, they do well and keep on playing.
I think as well, when you look at Erik ten Hag and he's come in, we talk about details. He's a very detailed manager. Just a small thing that people might notice when they turn up at Old Trafford today, Quinny, is the dugouts have actually switched. So he's moved the home dugout closer to the Stretford end, closer to the tunnel. Only a small thing, but the sort of thing that really does show the detail of Ten Hag.
But that's what he is known for. Before he came in, I heard a lot of good things from him. Even when I met Steve McClaren over a year ago, he spoke about his preparations in terms of pre-season. It's just amazing. So look, those little details, it helps the team, it helps him. I'm all for it. It's all about what the team does. And so far, through pre-season, what we've seen, it's been really positive. So they've got to continue that today.
Yeah, and you'll know better than anyone, Wes, how important bringing youth through is. We just mentioned it briefly a second ago, but I'm sure that will continue under the new manager. Bringing young players through, the likes of Charlie Savage and Zidane Iqbal, as we say, have been impressive, and they'll look to continue that in this game and through the season, hopefully, as well.
Yeah, hopefully that happens, and like I said, listen, I sort of like how the manager's done it. You know, there might be times when these players might be needed over the season, and he's given them game time, he's given them confidence. Like I said, he's not just giving them 1 or 2 games. You know, you're in the squad, and now, you know, can you improve? Can you watch the players? Can you get better? So yeah, I mean, he's brought in Charlie Wellens as well. So, you know, I played with his dad here many years ago, so that's another young lad that he's bringing through. So it's the fact that he trusts him. He must see him in training every day. He trusts him. Yes, they're young, they've still got to learn, but at any point you say, Matt, okay, go and show them what you can do.
Yeah, we love seeing those emerging Reds come through, and we're going to talk to two of them now, Sedan Iqbal and Charlie Savage.
You've probably shared a lot of experiences together. You made your debut together, and this, like you said, this is your first tour together. So just talk us through the whole experience of being out there and seeing all our fans and playing in these games as well.
Yeah, I think Bangkok especially, the fans were honestly amazing, very intense, but good at the same time, supporting us. I think we found out the day before that we were going to come on at half-time against Liverpool. So the day before, maybe we were talking about how we're going to play, how we're going to link up, and then I think maybe Liverpool and Melbourne were our two best games. So yeah, I think people kind of like to see me and Dan linking up, and I think we've got that connection from when we were younger, because obviously we've played together for so many years. I think we kind of understand what each other can do, and I think we complement each other well.
You must have felt satisfied after that game, and even after the other two games as well, because you both gotten in those and played well again, and wins as well. So
yeah, I think the last one was maybe the one where it's a bit difficult to show what you can do, but the first two, I think, the Melbourne game, we kind of had more of the ball. And yeah, Z was throwing a few tricks in there. He copied my one I did against Liverpool in the Melbourne game. But yeah, like I say, the more minutes you get, the more comfortable you are. So even though it's pre-season, not official games, for us it's still massive, because I don't think anyone treats them like friendlies, if I'm honest. They're treated as proper games, and that's how we experience it.
Obviously, the new manager built a reputation at Ajax for bringing through young players. So has he made it clear to you that you can maybe impress on this tour and maybe even play a part in the early weeks of the season for him?
Yeah, I think it's tough to say. I think every day we're trying to impress him, and hopefully we've done that. And like I say, there's a long way to go. There's a few cup competitions, so maybe a few players might play them. But like I say, even if we don't play the rest of the season, even to come here, it's been amazing.
Just finally for both of you, what are your ambitions for this season? What are your plans? What do you hope to achieve?
Honestly, it's really, really tough to say, because we're so early on into the season. I think it's the same every year. Try and get as many minutes as you can with the first team. And if not, maybe a loan move might pop up for one of us, depending on a lot of things. So yeah, just the most senior football we can, and obviously just improving. We're still young, 19, so even if you don't go on loan and maybe train with the first team, it's still a invaluable experience for us.
Yeah, no, I'm similar with Sav. If I do or don't go out on loan, I mean, if I do, I'll have benefits, and if I don't, I'll have benefits like, training, learning off top coaches, 23s and first team, giving me advice, how I can fix my game and improve it. And if I do train with the first team, training with top athletes and professionals, high standards. So as long as I'm learning, as long as I'm bettering myself every single day, I mean, we'll see, because we're still young. I mean, there's loads of years to come. So as long as I keep moving forward, and improving myself, it'll be a good season.
Yeah, we see those young players there, Quinny. We've just heard from them. What's the mentality when you're a young player coming through at Manchester United? Are you always looking at the players that have come before and trying to almost emulate that?
He's got the talent. Zidane, Charlie, Xavi's got the talent. It's the attitude, the application every day. And when you get the opportunity, you've got to take a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it, where if you're a young player learning around all of the other experienced players, that can only be a benefit.
Of course, I mean, Ben will tell you, they could have asked for a better player to learn from Ronaldo. You got one of the greatest players ever in the history of the game, so they got to bring it every single day. It's not about, when you get the opportunity to train with the first team, it's not about going up there and just making up the numbers. When you train with the first team as a young player, it's a World Cup final, it's a Champions League final. You got to go and show the manager why you think you should be there.
So I think determination is crucial, isn't it? You've got to be so determined.
These guys will tell you, you've got to have determination, you've got to have the desire. We know they've got the talent, but you got to show it every single day.
Okay, well, it's great to see those players really putting in the hard yards in pre-season. And someone we spoke about just a few minutes ago has actually come and joined us on MUTV. Benny Mccarthy's here. Benny, how you doing, mate? You good?
Very well. How can you not be good when you're standing in the theatre of dream, you know? So brilliant, and just excited and happy to be here. But hopefully I'm going to do what these guys are talking about, help these young players push, change their mindset, and really try and make a difference to United this season.
Yeah, I mean, you played here many times as a player. How different is it to wear the Man United badge on your chest as a coach now?
I used to get up this pitch with my tail between my legs because you always used to get a hiding. But listen, there's no bigger stage than this, and to be here, it's a privilege, you know. So I think they must just grasp the opportunity. When you get the smallest chance that you get, you must grab it with both hands.
And how have you settled in so far? Because you've not been here too long, but it seems to have gone well so far.
Yeah, no, listen, everyone, the mentality around the club is completely different. The manager has just brought that's been missing from United over the last few seasons. And hopefully this season, we're going to see a completely revived United and a hungry bunch of players. And that's a team that's going to be able to challenge to get into the Champions League and hopefully change the dynamics of the cities and the Liverpool this season.
Benny, you're used to standing next to Quinny because you played together for the national team, but I bet you're probably sick of standing next to Wes.
Yeah, no.
He always did well against you.
Listen, I always used to come off the pitch with a lot of bruises, but I was happy because I scored, so it was worth it. But nah, listen, these are absolute legends, you know, and just to be able to be here, it's special.
Yeah, Benny, it's great to have you with us. Benny will be working with the new manager, Erik ten Hag, and Eric's been speaking to Stuart Gardner.
See the team sheet, a real mix today of some great experience, but youth as well. What are you expecting from this lineup?
Yeah, it's really nice, that really experienced players who win everything what you can achieve in a football career, and you mix it up with young players who are on the beginning of their career. So I'm really curious what's come out, and we're looking forward, and it's exciting.
Some of these players have played a bit in pre-season, but some haven't played at all. Garnacho, obviously Ronaldo hasn't played. So in terms of minutes, how long do you think some of these players are going to get today at Old Trafford?
Garnacho played 90 minutes last Wednesday against Wrexham. So Ronaldo first time. So we have now 1 week training, and we will see.
And for you, as Manchester United manager, to go down that tunnel and walk up the touchline for the first time and see the fans, what will it be like for you today?
Yeah, I have to get that experience, but of course it's a highlight to walk out this tunnel. But in the end, it's about what's happening on the pitch, and it's about the players. It's not about the manager. And we prepare them, and now they have to do it. They have to act.
And a quick word on Rayo Vallecano. What do you make of them, and what sort of challenge will this Spanish side bring today?
It's always difficult to say, and when you analyze Spanish football, is always really competitive, but really skillful, always good players. We had yesterday the experience as well, and we will see, and we're really looking forward. I think it's again a good test.
Hope it goes well today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Manager there, Erik ten Hag, to Stuart Gardner. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, in the starting lineup today. I'm sure the manager will be answering many questions about Cristiano, but he always seems to answer the questions himself, Quinny, Cristiano, whenever he steps over the white line.
The football does the talking for Ronaldo. You never can question about his desire, his ability. Whenever he's been challenged, he always comes up with the goods. He's just an absolute winner, and I'll never ever doubt him. Never. That's one thing I've learned from Ronaldo. Never doubt him.
You played with him, Wes. You won titles with him. You won Champions Leagues with him. You were one of the first people to speak to him as well when he came back here to Old Trafford. Is he still the same character he was all of those years ago? He's still got that hunger, it seems.
He's a winner. He's a born winner. Listen, we all can be on our day, but this guy has not stopped his whole career, and that's honest truth. Even today, he will want to show everyone what he's about. He'll want to score. He'll want to do well for the team. Still looks fit. You know, his attitude will be right. His mentality will be right, and everyone will see that today.
I think when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, any questions over his ability in terms of scoring goals, I think it was always going to be a question mark when he came back to the Premier League. Could he do it? But of course he can do it. We've seen him do it so many times over the years. He's continued to do so again last season. But when it comes down to business, you need to make sure that you are ready and you are fit. And we mentioned this earlier on, Quinny. He would have been probably doing his own fitness regimes as well. Players often have that nowadays. But to get match minutes, that's what you want, isn't it?
Exactly. Wes has mentioned there, you can never question about his fitness. He's been doing the training on his own. He's been preparing himself, eating the right things, sleeping, do all the right things to prepare for today. But of course, you need match fitness, and he's aware of that. He's a top professional, and hopefully he can play 90 minutes a day. But we're going to have to manage him, which is very important.
You can hear the noise around us here, and that's because Erik ten Hag has walked out here as the Manchester United manager for the first time.
Biggest applause of the afternoon, that for me. But yeah, I mean, I think the fans really like what he's trying to do, and you know, he's here to win games, to make us better, and I think the fans already from the pre-season game appreciate that.
It's going to take patience. I mean, we often say people are scared of change, but change can be very positive. Sometimes you just need to be patient, and we always hear this thing, Quinny, don't we? Trust the process. Erik will have his own processes, and it's going to take a little bit of time for them to bed in. So it's all about sticking with him for the ride, isn't it?
Of course. We've learned now what's happened the last few years since Sir Alex retired. We've gone through some really good managers, world-class managers, and because we haven't given them the time, or because of circumstances, things hasn't gone that well. Now we've got a top-class manager like before. Let's give him the time. It takes time to bring in new players like he's done. The style of play, the players to adapt, everyone to get used to the new style of play. But he wants to win. He understands, can walk into this culture, it's about winning. And we hope we can start off next week with 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, we heard Erik talking to Stuart Gardner earlier. He's not someone to take ages with answering his questions, Wes, is he? He doesn't really waffle on. He's someone who's quite concise and to the point. That's just in his answers to the media. I imagine he's quite similar in his methods when he's on the training pitch.
Yeah, just get straight to the point. I think we've heard a few comments even when they've been playing on tour. If it's not right, he just tells you. On the floor, pass it, simple. You know, very simple, but the lads understand exactly what he wants. And sometimes the most simplest and basic things help the team tremendously. And I think he's about that. He's told them what he wants, and he wants him to do it, and it's as simple as that.
And working alongside Erik, of course, this season. Back at the club, someone you two both know well, Steve McClaren. He came over and gave you both a pat on the back a minute ago. How beneficial will that be to Erik to have Steve McClaren back here?
He's got all the experience. Steve has been here with Alex when they won the treble. West played on Steve. I played on Steve when I was here. Brilliant to have him in the camp. He'll help Erik ten Hag. He'll have the players. With all his experience, he'll calm things. The manager can look to him for advice at times when things are difficult. Brilliant to have him back at the club.
Well, we heard from Steve McClaren whilst we were on tour. We sat down with him in Australia. Let's hear what he had to say.
It's the beauty of football. Principles, behaviour, style, commitment. That's what we want.
How's tour been, and how have the players kind of adapted to the new system?
This has been, for me, not surprise, but the great thing that I've found. He's a great place to work with. It was a little quiet the first week. It was very demanding. But as we've got to know the players, as we've got more and more into training sessions, and they know the demands, the intensity, the competition, the winning and losing, the banter that goes along with it, you can feel the noise and the volume in training, in the dressing room, around the hotel, around Carrington. That's what I like. That's why I enjoy coaching and why I enjoy coming back here, because these are damn good players. You can see that. I mean, you've seen little bits of it in pre-season. The combination of the front three, the work rate of the midfield, the organisation at the back. These are good players. Tell them really what the job is and then do the job. And that's what the job is. We tell them what it is, train it, do it, then feed back on it, and to try and improve every individual. And that's, for me, the beauty of coaching. And this group have been fantastic. I get a great feeling. I've been into many, many dressing rooms, and I've got a good feeling about this dressing room.
I think from this tour we've got a real sense that there's a spirit, there's a team spirit, collectiveness, togetherness. Is that accurate, and how important do you think it is to have that?
You can't win football matches without it. You cannot win. You have to have a good environment, you have to have a good culture. You have to have players willing to run. And that's the key. That's been the big, big message in pre-season. You've got to run, you've got to press. You've got to work hard to get the ball back. Then you've got to work hard to keep it. You've got to work hard to create chances, opportunities, and then execute. The demands are there. And that's what creates a great environment. It's great coming from the outside, coming in with no preconceptions about the culture and environment. Last season's gone. You know, the history is past. It's about the future. And we've got an opportunity to create that in a certain style. And that's what Eric wants to see happen. And the vibe that I'm getting from the players, they want it to, because they want to win. And I'm afraid at Manchester United, you have to win.
Okay, approaching kickoff here at Old Trafford in the final pre-season game against Rayo Vallecano. Great to hear from Steve McLaren there. Is it at this point in pre-season, Wes, where you just want it to be a week in advance? You just want it to be the new season?
It's exciting. As a player, you know you've got a week left. You get as much as you can in now, and then obviously you will need to rest a few days before the game, but hopefully the fitness that the manager wants is actually in the legs of the lads now, and we start off very strong.
Okay, not long till kick-off, but first let's catch up with Zara, who's around the Theatre of Dreams somewhere.
So I am in the Stretford End. I am meeting these wonderful fans right now. We've got some great fans here. We've got a little fan here. Yes. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. Now, we want to know, what's the score going to be?
2-0. What do you reckon?
2-0.
2-0.
2-0. Now, who is going to score? I'm going to come to you first.
Ronaldo.
Ooh, are you excited to see him today?
Yeah.
Well, I bet he'll be excited to see all the fans as well, because the atmosphere is incredible, so thank you very much. Now, we've just got two fans that have just took the seats. You managed to get here, didn't you?
Yeah, just about.
Now, are you looking forward to today's game?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Excited. Yeah.
Is there anyone on the back of your shirts? I've got to ask.
Mine.
Rashford, love that. Yeah. So, who are you looking forward to seeing the most today?
Oh, Eriksen or Ronaldo.
Yeah. Are you excited that Eriksen's joined?
Yeah, he's going to be good. He's going to be good.
Oh, look. Well, if you want to get on TV, you've got to shout United, okay? In 3, 2, 1, United! And that's the passion, what it's all about here. Let's shuffle over this way. We've got, I found a red hair twin. I love this. I mean, we are just twinning today. Talk to me. What's the score going to be?
3-0 Man United.
Amazing. Is that an accent I hear? Where are you from?
Ireland.
Where in Ireland?
Westmeath.
Well, representing, love it. And I want a final word from over here. What do you think the lads need to do in today's game?
Play with aggression, press up the pitch, play fast on the attack.
Exactly that. Thank you very much. So that is it from here in the Stretford End. Back to you guys.
So Old Trafford expectant, Old Trafford waiting not long now until kick-off here. And don't forget, the way to watch this game is to log in to the Manchester United app, so make sure you do that, and you'll get full 90-minute coverage of this afternoon's game against Rayo Vallecano live on MUTV. Still got Wes and still got Quinny alongside me. The anticipation just beginning to build ever so slightly. It reaches this point when the players have gone in and they've probably got in there and started to stick their shin pads in, that the fans have started to settle down a bit, just gearing themselves up for another big cheer when the players run out again. Was there any ever nerves between you two guys when you're in the changing room at this stage about 5 or 10 minutes before kickoff?
Yeah, I think this is if you're a young lad, definitely. and the new lads, obviously, who it's going to be the first game, it's going to be a little bit of nerves. It's a good thing, you know. Hopefully they take that on. But it's always a good feeling, you know. When you're running out, you know the crowd are behind you, and it pushes you on so much and gives you such a boost.
But as soon as you enter the pitch, it's gone. Yeah, you feel it before the game.
I spoke about nerves, and as soon as I asked that question, you nodded your head furiously.
Oh, it's good nerves because you're alive. It's adrenaline, excitement. You can't wait because you've done all the hard work of pre-season, and now you just want to go out there and play, enjoy your time with your teammates. You've done a great pre-season, all the running, the right nutrition, the sleeping, recovery, and now it's time to go and enjoy it.
Yeah, time to enjoy it, and I'm sure we will enjoy it. Once again, just a reminder, to watch this game you need to log into the Manchester United app, so make sure you do that. Zara's made the long trip around the corner flag from the Stretford end.
I think they've made me run further before, but you know, it's all good. I mean, you're pleased to see me, aren't you, Wes? Now, I'm really excited for this game, especially after speaking to the fans. I mean, it's great getting, you know, you miss it, you know, in off-season, don't you, all the atmosphere?
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, the crowd looks nice. You can see everyone, just by the way they've been cheering already. When the manager came out, when the players came out, they're all excited. They want it to go well. We want it to go well. But for the players, it is getting them last few minutes in and not getting injured. But we still want to win and just be ready for next week, really.
Yeah, of course. And we've got some final thoughts we need to get now. Quinton, what do you think the lads need to do? If you were in that dressing room right now, what would you tell them that they need to prove to the manager?
Watch out for those sprinklers. We're not getting
Quinny, you're fine. You're fine.
Don't enjoy it, give everything. Most of all, play for the team like they've been doing in pre-season, especially young players. Go and express yourself. And once you do that, we know they've got the talent. Hopefully they play well and give the manager a promise for next week because we want these young players to come through.
What would you say to the lads as well?
Just go out, do what we've been doing in training. Exactly what Quinny said. Listen, it's still pre-season. We still want the fitness levels. We still want you running. If you feel anything at all, let us know. Come off. We don't want to hamper anything before the beginning of the season. Other than that, enjoy it. You know, young lads are there. If you need to come off, we can get players on. And you know, express yourself in front of the home crowd today.
Okay, well that'll be it from us here pitchside for the time being. Kick-off not far away. You'll have full commentary with Stuart Gardner and Ben Thornley very shortly. But firstly, whilst we were on tour, we thought it might be a good idea to give some of the players a GoPro. Let's see what happened in tour view.
Right, we've got Bruno Fernandes here.
This was the tour on our airplane. This is our players, obviously.
That's enough now.
Oh, Mccarthy doesn't want me to talk, huh? You have a new job now, no? Yeah, this is the only job that I can do. That's why they give it to me. Sorry. Look at David De Gea, the goalkeeper, 11 years at the club, legend. Give me some assists. I will for sure, my friend. Thank you, my G. You know that we have that connection.
Guys, Thailand is amazing. Thailand, we like a lot.
Enjoy it here.
Enjoy here.
With all the fans.
Yeah.
Here we are, Bangkok, with my main man, Eric Pye. Here he is. Here he is. All of a sudden the camera's out, his English will disappear. won't be able to talk English anymore now the camera's there.
We were at the hotel in Melbourne, in the players' room. This is where we spent a little bit of our time together. Did the ping pong, guys. Tau.
Yeah! Hi guys, Luke Shaw here. Just finished training now, just chilling in the hotel. Just done a quick interview, but you know, I see behind me all the fans. So nice to see everyone there, down there. All nice to see. So keep supporting us, and hopefully we see you all soon. Take care. Bye.
Hi guys, Ethan Laird here. We are currently in Melbourne meeting some of the fan base. Good turnout. The lads are kind of busy at the moment, so I'll try to get their attention, but I'm not sure it'll work. Alex.
Hi guys. Cheers guys, thank you. Got all the flags here, brilliant flags. The best thing about tour, meeting the fans, seeing them smile, the fan base this club has got is incredible.
Let's go versus Liverpool. Look.
Qualidade.
Look.
Tommy in the face of Manchester United Instagram. Tom, do us one more, mate.
Any more GoPros? I got Kane for the last one. What did I know? I
thought you were really good.
Hello, we had a big trip. The hair went up a bit. How we say? Grew up a bit.
I need a haircut.
True.
Don't say that. You need one too? Like
me, it's okay. I can.
Like 10 years ago. But
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So we're here in Perth. I'm just going to introduce you to Saad. Here's Saad. Saad, say hello. This is the man behind all the IT, all the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's not working, Saad, is it?
It isn't at the minute, no.
Yeah, let's go here with my good friend. Matechkova. What are you saying, bro?
I feel alright, actually. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. Keep supporting us. Take care.
I was what Fred did already.
Fred with the water. Fred the Red, he scored an amazing goal. No one was expecting that for him. Not even him.
Hey,
not even himself.
Nice red foot.
This red foot, he used only to get it on the bus. It's the only thing that he can do.
Nice tip. Amazing goal, guys. Thank you so much.
So guys, this is our airplane, this is our people, this is our club. Thank you very much for all the support. See you soon.
Good fun on tour, but there's no place like home, is there? A final dress rehearsal before points are at stake. And a first taste of Old Trafford for our new boss. And also a new dugout for the new boss as well, with the home and away benches swapping over for the new season, with the United bench closer to the Stretford end. And some new faces on show. Some players who've done everything in the game, some at the other end of their career. A classic mix of youth and experience in this Manchester United lineup. Ben Thornley's alongside me, and great to be back here, Ben.
It is. It doesn't actually seem that long ago since we were last here, does it? But the dawn of a new season next week, and this is the last game now for Erik ten Hag to make his mind up about which is going to be the starting 11 come next Sunday against Brighton.
Well, talking about 11s, this is the Manchester United lineup for you at Old Trafford today. A completely different 11 from the Oslo lineup. It really is the ultimate mix, isn't it, of youth and experience. First starts for United for Eriksson and Martinez. Around the captain, youngsters and Laird and Garnacho and Garner and Chong start. And after a summer of speculation, Ronaldo plays his first pre-season minutes.
We're looking forward to seeing the likes of, obviously, Ronaldo, who we haven't seen, Martinez, Eriksson especially. He's the one for me that is really going to be a key this season. I think he's a tremendous signing, a wonderful player, and we caught a glimpse of that for 20 minutes yesterday in Oslo.
Now, Vallecano have already played in England a couple of weeks ago. They played a game at Birmingham, they played a game at Sheffield Wednesday, and for them, the name that leaps off the page, Radamel Falcao, who makes his Old Trafford return. He's 36 these days, but he's still sharp in front of goal. Bebe does play for Vallecano. Sadly, he hasn't made his trip. He can't come back to Old Trafford. The side who finished 12th in La Liga last season. Be interesting to see how they get on. They're probably a week behind United in terms of their pre-season preparations. Great moment for the boss.